Alright, for the umpteenth time, I'm sorry. I've got the habit of saying what I think. He's a Sagittarius, I'm sure. That's not a virtue. The trick is to think about what you say, and he's a Libra. Hi everyone, welcome to Lexi Games. I'm happy to have you here. I'm Lexi, and I thought that tonight we will try a game called Nightmare Frames. I have to confess, I already played this whole game through because once I started getting into the story and the atmosphere, I couldn't stop. I had to know how the story progresses, how it ends. And I hope that you guys are gonna want to give it a try as well after you see this short and introductory gameplay. I'm not going to play the whole game, I'm just going to give you a sample so you can decide if you want to wishlist it or buy it for yourself. Now, this is how the game is described. Nightmare Frames is a supernatural thriller where you'll step into the shoes of Alan Goldberg in the search for the scariest horror film of all time. An enthralling journey through the streets of the Hollywood of the 80s, a small haunted town, and even hell itself. That haunted town is packing a punch because I keep dreaming of it ever since I played this game. So without further ado, let's begin. The guys don't know that the lunatic is back. I have to warn them before it's too late. Okay, so... No! Dana, Hank! Oh God! Will! What have they done to you? I'm too late. Where's Tommy? Tommy? Tommy! Tommy! Stacy, run! Run away! Let him go, you monster! Get out of here! He'll come for you. I can't take it anymore. Hey, we're close to Halloween, right? So, you've been suspecting it for a while. The climax of Lunatic 2 is identical to the one you wrote for the original movie. You go over the whole script in your mind and end up realizing it has the same structure as its predecessor. You can't show this to Christopher Ruskin. We have a poster here of Melodies of Heaven. No wonder you've had such little interest in the script for Lunatic 2. All your thoughts are focused on the ambitious project that will take you back to the times of Melodies of Heaven. The script that earned you an Oscar nomination in 1980s. Famous producer Pete Evans is butting heads with the studio execs to get the project greenlit. According to him, the deal is almost done, which means you're just one step away from leaving the B-movies pit you're in. He was meeting with the executive this morning. You have an appointment later today at his place, hopefully to celebrate. It's getting late. I should get moving. Hollywood, 1985. Yeah. Thanks for the heads up. Okay, so now the power is mine. Mwah. I think I remember that we need to pick up the wallet. That's where you put your wallet. You take the wallet in the hopes of not misplacing it and forgetting about it again. It's a good thing you always carry a few bills in your jacket so you can pay for cabs. Okay, and people always say that those masked psycho movies write themselves, and it's something you've always agreed with, but failing to write the sequel to Lunatic is making you change your mind. The best thing you can do now is go outside and forget about writing for today. You can't remember how many times you filled it with coffee today. You've marked the due date for the script for Lunatic 2 with a big red circle. It's a complete disaster that you need to fix. Though the best thing would be to start anew, so that's the script. Snort. Okay, I think we need to go to the box and get something from there. Yeah, so I got a pair of 3D glasses. Let's look outside. You look out the window. Movies taught you to love the streets of Los Angeles. Reality, to hate them. Letters. You think about showing a couple of them to the police, in particular the one that threatens to shoot you with a sniper rifle, and to those author thinks the best way of ending your life is planting a bomb in this very apartment. But you know they're probably written by some harmless, zit-ridden teenager too busy jerking off compulsively to an Eliza poster. You've already flipped through that issue of the magazine. George A. Romero tries to milk the success of Night of the Living Dead for a third time. Subtle shade. A theatrical director from Chicago makes his movie debut with an adaptation of H.P. Lovecraft's short story for Charles Band's Empire. Lastly, an interview with Jenna Dreyfus, the scream queen from Campfire Psycho, in which, among other things, she talks trash about you. Okay, yeah, it's good to know that everybody gets along so well. Okay, so that's just the same. How about the TV? There's no channel that interests you enough to make you plug in the TV again. He got awards, a clock, VHS tapes. You don't usually check the end result of your scripts. Once you've delivered the last revision, you disengage yourself completely from the project and don't give a damn about anything producers or directors do with it. Even so, you show them off as a trophy and you wonder why. You don't have an answer. Should we have a look at the movies that he created? So we have here a poster for Campfire Psycho. Then it's time to vote. President Steak Killer. Don't go into the forest, 3D. Lunatic. You can't escape alive. And then of course, Melodies of Heaven. So he seems to have been a really talented guy, but he's a bit stuck at the moment in his career. He needs a good, juicy story. So let's give one to him, shall we? Welcome to LA United Taxi. Where do you want to go? When you get into a taxi, the drivers will talk to you. You can disable this feature in the options menu. I think that's okay. I like people talking to me. So we are here. Let's go to Ruskin Productions. Come on, gentlemen, splash the cash. You could be helping this poor man right here with all that dough you scrimp by hiring illegal aliens to take care of your lawns. No. Well, well. You here to insult me again? What? Again, with that? Is this your way of saying hello or what? You told me your career was going downhill so hard that you would rather jump off the 6th Street viaduct than end up like me. Come on, Jack, don't be resentful. Even if it did happen 12 days and 46 minutes ago, I don't like to be called resentful. All right, for the umpteenth time, I'm sorry. I've got the habit of saying what I think. He's a Sagittarius, I'm sure. That's not a virtue. The trick is to think about what you say, and he's a Libra. You know what, Alan? You're a strange guy. You don't like people, you freak them out, and yet somehow nobody sends you packing. Anyway, how's it going? Awful. Glad to see you haven't lost that optimism you're known for. How's the day going? Nothing yet, but I've just gotten started. Why are you begging in a place like this? I've always wondered why you beg in a place like this. I don't like to hustle from common people. It's hard enough for them to just earn a living. But here, look at all those yuppies. Check out their hands. Look, they're perfect. Most of them waste so much money on manicures. They do fuck all. They make all their money through speculation. If I've got to fleece someone, I'd rather it be them. These people are not the kind to give handouts, Jack. They don't even see you. That's what you think. Check this out. You all cheer for USA, for Africa, and all those stars going, we are the world, but fuck those of us standing right here. Hypocrites. There, mister. Try not to waste it on booze. I'd waste it on cocaine like you do, but I don't think I'd be able to afford it. The shade. Have a good day. $5. That's my day mate. See? They showed one of your movies yesterday. Which one? The one with the fucking spiders or the one with the fucking ants? Spiders? And how did you know if you don't watch TV? I read it in the papers. Those movies are in the spotlight again with this whole 50s revival that's going on. And I still don't see a single cent from them. Not that I should anyway. The production company went bankrupt and who knows who's got the rights now. Some asshole must be making crazy money off my work while I'm here panhandling. Though not long ago, a couple of journos came for an interview for one of those magazines for wankers. What was it called? Starlog? I felt like a director again, telling them all about how those movies were made. Those were good times, Alan. So he's a down on his luck, old-time, vintage actor, director. I've got things to do, Jack. No, director, sorry, not actor. Behave, Alan. He's gonna be important to the story. That's why we have to talk to him. Okay. Alan! I never thought I'd say this, but I'm glad to see you. Again, James. We've got a little debate here. You're the erudite here. Give me a hand. By the way, just a second, the music is amazing, right? If we just focus on the music. Pam is saying that the Church of Mother Earth is a cult. It is. Oh, come on, not you two. You should stop by one day, Alan. As a guest, of course. We have exercises to improve one's mood and see life from a different perspective. I'd rather throw myself out that window. You're wasting your time, friend. How about you, Pam? Are you in? I don't get paid enough to put up with this. I really like their portraits. For a pixelated game, this is really cool. I mean, the portrait art is really on point. On point, yeah. You don't see any cups around, so you ready yourself to drink directly from the tap when you realize you don't want to be taken for an eccentric. You turn around to ask Pam to refill the cups, but you see she's busy, so you change your mind. Pam brought me up to speed. Lunatic too, huh? Wow, you must be happy. Oh yeah, I can't stop jumping for joy. Come on, Alan, everyone is... Come on, Alan. Everyone's talking about it. I even heard rumors over at Warner. Rumors? They want David Draven, the director, to shoot the next Stallone movie. Though Sly wants to keep George P. Cosmatos. Anyway, Lunatic's the talk of the town. And did you hear anything about the screenwriter? No, sorry. What do you do in that cult exactly? Again, with that? We're not a cult, we're a legally constituted church. I think this is kind of shade thrown at the Church of Scientology. Okay, call it whatever you want, but what do you do there? We're not allowed to talk about it. Come by one day and see for yourself. See, sounds like a cult. How's that a way of advertising yourselves? Just imagine I drop by one day and end up with melted wax on my chest and 4 octogenarians ready to abuse me. Oh my god. That's so on the nose. Haha. Hilarious. For your information, that would never happen. The teachings of the Church of Mother Earth are based on kindness and common good. Sure. Do you really think that the Earth is a living being? Of course. What seems odd to me is for people as clever as you not to believe it. I mean, from that point of view, I have to hand it to the cultist. He's right. The Earth is a living being. Mother Earth's always been sending signals, but we never paid attention until she chose Joseph as her intermediary. Ah, that's where he loses me. She speaks through him. Yes. Tells him what to do. Exactly. Let's drop the subject. I'm feeling insulted. Why? You're treating me like a 4-year-old. What are you working on now? I've taken a couple months off, haven't stopped shooting lately. Though Martin's been calling. Who's Martin? Scorsese. He wants me in his next movie. Paul will be there too. Paul? What Paul? McCartney? Newman. I haven't made up my mind yet. I've also been talking to Brian. Brian May? De Palma. Hey Alan, are you pulling my leg? Just casual name dropping. I don't know what to do. I might consult with Steven. Spielberg. Ah, good. See ya. Alright, think about it. What should I think about? Well, Pam, as we were saying, we were not saying anything. I forgot to talk to Pam. Let's do this. How's the script going? Fine. I need to touch up on a couple of things. Problems with the third act, right? How did you know? I've been working with you for a long time, honey. When everything's going well, you barely say a word. When you try to explain yourself, it means something is wrong. The treatment already showed that you weren't too sure about the third act. But don't worry, we begin shooting next month. There's still time. Are you busy? Always am. What do you need? Any messages for me? A couple of Eliza fans called. Did they now? What the hell do they want? To see you dead? Seriously, Alan, what did you do to that girl? Nothing. I just said in an interview that she doesn't care about horror movies. Just like you. And that the only reason she's on TV is to show skin so her idiotic fans can jerk off. I remember that interview now. You first saw a good career for her as a stripper, but they cancelled her show. Damn right. Always making friends. Any other messages? Yes. The guys from Astounding FX want to meet you. Astounding Effects? What the heck is that? They're the new makeup effects company we've hired for Lunatic 2. They're really good. Good for them. They've turned down working on the sequel to Nightmare on Elm Street to make our movie, just because you wrote it. Oh really? What an honor. Come on, Alan, don't be like that. Just stop by. They want to show you the new look for the Lunatic and get your thumbs up. They could make the Lunatic wear a William Shatner mask for all I care. Have Christopher give them the go-ahead. They're in high demand, and they cut their rates to work on the film. So drop by, let them show you whatever they want to show you, and take a picture with them with that lovely forced smile of yours. Is that an order? No, but these guys deserve a thank you. Mark and Wayne are a charm. Do it for me, would you? Snort. Fine, I'll see what I can do. We unlocked a new location. I need to go clear my mind. It'll do you good. Okay, now let's go and talk to the boss. Christopher is not in his office right now. But you're welcome there anytime, so go ahead. I think we can take something from his desk if he's not there. You take the bottle and hope Christopher won't miss it. So we got some cologne, some perfume. You don't need to take anything else, especially without asking permission, yeah. Okay, so let's go and explore all the other points. Eventually he will be in his office. I think when I played the game the first time, I went to the different locations first, not here. So let's hail a cab. Opposite direction. Where to, man? Let's go to Astounding Effects. I don't know why, but I really enjoy the way this one is designed. I forgot about that. What the? What? Brains. More brains. Shit. I told Pam I didn't want to come here, damn it. Brains. Look, pal, I don't have the time for your antics. Open the door, I'm leaving. Knock it off, Gabe. Okay. And put some music on. What a party pooper. Sorry, buddy, we do it to everyone who comes in here. Again, with that, Gabe, why did we even buy the Twisted Sister album then? Bah. Whoa, you're an iceberg. You didn't even flinch. Just a moment, I'm going to let some light in. Well, what can I do for you? Alan Goldberg. Oh wow, I didn't recognize you with that beard, man. It's a pleasure to have you here. Come with me. The music is so cool. What do you think of the Lunatic's new look? Rad, right? We are using a new translucent material that withstands light very well and gives the sensation of real skin on camera. It also allows for deeper coloring, whereas with other materials you are limited to a superficial colored layer. We are among the very first ones to use it, although I think Gordon Smith is also experimenting with it. So do you like it? Do we have your thumbs up? Honestly, the only thing that interests you about writing horror script is collecting your paycheck once the job is done. The look of the Lunatic is impressive, but you'd feel exactly the same if it were a sock with 2 balls for eyes operated by a puppeteer. Yeah. Yes, you have my blessing. Wow, it's such an honor. I don't know if you know this, but we took this job instead of the Nightmare on Elm Street sequel because of you, man. You write awesome movies. For me, you are the best horror screenwriter nowadays. Wow, what a compliment. Oh yeah? Yeah, dude. Wayne's a little bit pissed because he thinks Freddy Krueger is going to be a new horror movie icon. Well, Wayne had good instinct. Fuck Wayne and fuck Freddy Krueger. For some reason I have hair on my nostril and it keeps itching me. The Lunatic is the new Michael Myers movie, right? Well, since you're here, can we take a picture with you? I have to read the dialogues very fast because they switch by themselves. I do not appear in photos. Like Kurt Barlow, huh? Kurt who? You don't feel like it, I guess? No wonder, people must ask for your pictures all the time. Well, make yourself at home, pal. I'm gonna keep working on an effect that'll make Ruskin shit his pants when he sees it. I'll be around if you need me, okay, man? Every night I rock myself to sleep. So what do we have here? We have Betsy. We have a meat mass. We have the Lunatic. It makes you want to touch it and see it is not a poor deformed bastard taking a nap rather than a spectacular special effect. Even though you know it's a special effect, you don't want to touch it. Don't even think about it. If a fire were to break out, the extinguisher could save the business and even the lives of those who work here. Let's see on the shelf. You get closer and see the level of detail and realism of each and every one of the prostheses. A can with dry brushes. Okay, so we took a dry brush. I knew that we had to pick up something. Zombie. The realism of the creature is so impressive that for a moment you fear it will come to life and try to scare you like the idiot that greeted you. Mold. Do not touch it, the material is still drying. Yep, that's basically everything we had to pick up from this place. So now let's go and check out another location. Hi, we meet again. Where are we off to now? Let's go to Peter Evans' mansion. Thanks for your cooperation, officer. Good evening. Oh, Goldberg. What a tragedy. What happened? Where's Evans? I'm afraid I've got bad news. Evans committed suicide. What? We're in shock too. We can't even seem to make sense of it. But why would he commit suicide? He had everything a man could aspire to. We don't know what goes through other people's minds, Goldberg. Truth is, he seemed more short-tempered than usual lately, but who isn't in the city? What are you doing here? Evans had some essential documents we needed in order to close the sale of the studio to the Japanese. The LA chief of police allowed me to go in and get them. Very kind of him. Hold on, you're selling the studio? That's the plan. They are in charge from now on. Lucky me. They want to keep the current corporate board. I had an appointment to talk about the project. Ah, yes. Well, let us talk about it, okay? As you know, Evans was the only one protecting your project from the rest of the executives. Now that he's gone, I'm afraid we won't be following through with the movie. Anyway, I don't think it would have been made even with Evans, now that the studio will be in the hands of the Japanese. They're more Godzilla than Kurosawa, if you know what I mean. The trend is action heroes like Stallone or Schwarzenegger, or otherwise movies like the ones Amblin is making. I'm afraid there won't be any room for high-budget dramas such as the one you're proposing. We are grateful for Peter Evans's work. The studio pulled through its worst times thanks to him. But it's 1985, Goldberg. Teens rule the box office now. I hope you understand. Anyway, since you're here, I've got something to show you. I found this in the desk next to the office phone. Barry Landau pulls out a letter with a letterhead that reads Flying Saucer Pictures. It seems to be a small, low-budget studio focused on fantasy or horror movies. You can't grasp why Evans committed suicide, but even less why that was in his office. So I think we need to go and pay a visit to Flying Saucer Pictures. Peter Evans despised this kind of small producers that capitalized on making exploitation... I'm rushing to read, so... that capitalized on making exploitation movies instead of making art. It took a lot for you to stand up for yourself, given that you were responsible for several mass killer movies. Curious, isn't it? Evans dealing with this kind of scum? You know what? You can keep it. Your talents are more in line with this trash than with other studio. I've proven I can be more than a slasher screenwriter. Let me remind you, I was an Oscar nominee. So was Cher last year. Take it. My hand's getting tired. I wish you much success in your career, Goldberg. You'll need it. Hollywood is changing. It's not the 70s anymore. Goodbye. There we go. We're unemployed. Excellent. If there was ever a chance to touch heaven in Hollywood again, it's gone. You're surprised to realize, though, that spending the rest of your career stuck in the B-movies business is the last thing you're worried about right now. Peter Evans was an important figure to you, not only because he believed in your project and tried to move heaven and earth to get it made. Peter Evans was the man you wanted to become. Wealthy, well-connected, and able to bring top-tier movie projects to life. Now he's dead. By his own hand. How is it possible for someone who had everything they wanted in life to end up like this? You look at the letter Barry Landau just gave you. Dear Mr. Evans, I do know what you're talking about, indeed. I thus beg you to handle this in person. You will surely understand that this matter should be dealt with discreetly. Kind regards, Glenn Bishop. You marvel at the Peter Evans' luxurious mansion and still can't come to terms with the fact of his suicide. You can't understand what one of the most powerful executives in Hollywood could need from one of the most insignificant production companies in Los Angeles. Without the project that could have put you back in the spotlight, with a script for a sequel that's going nowhere, and no desire to make anything else, you decide to delve into why someone like Evans did what he did. So, mind if I smoke? It's a Havana cigar, the only good thing those communists have. Anyway, where to? Let's go to Flying Saucer Productions. There it is. Gone. If this is the right address, there's no trace of Flying Saucer Pictures here. Rummaging through the rubble won't help you rebuild the Flying Saucer Pictures offices, if they were ever here. Let's go and talk to this guy. Hey friend, I don't know what they told you, buddy, but I don't sell anything. Nobody's told me anything. I don't even know who you are and what you do for a living, though I can guess the latter. Oh, can you? What do you want, buddy? I'm looking for the Flying Saucer Pictures office. Flying what? This is 451 Roadside Avenue, right? Dunno, I guess, man. I think there should be an office here instead of this rubble. Oh yeah, fuck. The movies guy. What a fucking bastard. They say he was the one who caused the building to collapse just so he could collect the insurance money. A gas leak or something. The asshole could have blown up half the street. You gotta be a real son of a bitch to do something like that, huh? Do you know where I can find this guy? His name is Glenn Bishop. No idea, man. Hope you'll find him, but behind bars. That's where he belongs. Do you know anybody who could point me to Glenn Bishop's whereabouts? The owner of the pawn shop? But he's not here right now. I think he's testifying at the police station, a problem with some jewels or something. He left his cousin in charge of the shop. But he's kinda dumb. Don't waste your time with him. What about the laundromat? Maybe they know something. You've never seen one of those. They're completely unmanned. You go in, insert a coin, and wash your clothes. Clearly, you have someone to do it for you. I think that's all. Okay, man. Your face seems familiar. Haven't I given you a ride before? Yeah, just 10 minutes ago. Okay, so let's go to Joe's Diner. Well, well, who do we have here? You always know shit is about to go down when somebody says well, well in a game. Crawled back out from your hole already? I see you're still in yours. This is a bit annoying. I'm going to have to lower the volume because there is a person that is speaking behind. Do you want me to kick him out, Vicky? It's a little bit annoying because the dialogue moves very fast, so I have to pay close attention and read it. This game is much better when you don't have to read it to an audience, when you can do it on your own time. And yeah, there is somebody here on the television that keeps reading instructions. But let's have a chat with Vicky and see why she's so upset. What was that all about? I don't know what you're talking about. That dumb thing about the admission policy. Don't you have anything to say to me? Good afternoon. Good? Oh God. Don't you owe me an apology? A week ago you were on a second date with Vicky. Oh, despite the disaster that was the previous one. And it was worse. You got drunk and started blabbering away. You only remember ending up lying on the back seat of a taxi soaked in the wine Vicky probably threw at you before running away and a strong pain in your cheek. So? In these moments you wish you were at your typewriter, with all the time in the world to think of all the possible answers your characters might give. You try to choose the right words to tell Vicky, but this page will probably end up in the trash can. Well, at least we're in a game, so whatever option we choose, we can go back and reload the file. Anyway, let's drop the subject, okay? What did I say? Don't you remember? I hadn't felt so insulted in my whole life, Alan. But what on earth did I say? I won't repeat it. Hearing it once was enough. Keep it down, loaf birds. Aren't you going to tell me? It's not what you said, Alan. The problem is you did it again. You always manage to ruin a special night. I don't get your frustration, Alan. You're not that man just starting out in Hollywood anymore. That was years ago. You've got a job, you make a living, and you've tasted success. What else do you want? Oh my God, so much text. Do you want to know what frustration looks like? I've spent 5 years in Hollywood and I haven't gotten a single part yet. I'm 35 and share an apartment with two 20-somethings. They've barely been here for 2 months and one's already been on Cheers and the other's a regular in the Colbys. This is kind of like Pluto in Scorpio generation frustration with Pluto and Sagittarius millionaires, you know. And that doesn't prevent me from showing the ones I love some respect, you know. All right, I'm sorry. I apologize if I offended you. What? What's that if? Of course you offended me. You're better at hurting people than at writing scripts, you know? Ouch. And the worst thing about it is, God, I'm such an idiot that I'd hang out with you again tonight. But it's over, Alan. I don't need this kind of relationship in my life right now. I don't blame you for it. I can barely stand myself. Try to see life as it is, Alan. You have to pull your weight if you want things to work between us. For a moment you think about apologizing again, this time in a less apathetic and more sincere way. But you know it won't change Vicky's mind, so you decide to spare her the words. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Have you been to any cast-ins this week? 3. And it's always the same, either too young or too old. Why don't you get her into one of your movies? I tried. Twice. Associate producers get their lady friends in. I can't do anything about that. You're not pushing hard enough. That's not how it works, Joe. I'm just a screenwriter and... Well, why am I explaining myself to you? Why are you barging in our conversation? Because Vicky's worth a lot. She's a good actress. I know she's good. Very good. Yeah? If she was as good as you say, we'd already have her in that lunatic movie. Let it be, Joe. Alan is right. Why are you defending him? Are you so infatuated with him that you swallow everything he says? Excuses. If he wanted to, you would have been in one of his movies already. Please, Joe. It's your life and it's none of my business. Well, you haven't stopped meddling. I only want the best for my employees, okay? Is that clear? Can I know what I said during dinner? You should know. I should, but the thing is I don't. Then try to remember. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. Mind reading. What's up, Mac? Whoa, you're alive? I was already thinking that the police had knocked down your door and found a cat eating your corpse. I don't have a cat, I hate them. Why am I playing this game? Though it'd be a good end for me. Feeling optimistic today, are we? I'm glad to see you, friend. What can I help you with? This guy has the classic villain portrait, you know? What are you writing? A review of the new Twilight Zone. I already know what you're going to reply, but I know a couple of guys at CBS who owe me some favors. Aren't you interested in writing an episode for the series? You want me to work in TV? I don't want to end my days being a TV writer. Come on, Alan. TV is changing. Even William Friedkin directed an episode. And maybe in the future you have more freedom writing for TV than for movies. I know practically everyone in this job and you could shine there. I appreciate it, but I won't insist. But if you ever change your mind, here I am. Mac knows people, wordmonger. Maybe if you worked in TV, you wouldn't complain so much. Oh, shut up. Carry on with your thing. And I think right now we can go back to the offices and see the boss. Hey friend, have you heard about Rock Hudson? Such a random question. Okay, let's go to the production site. Yeah, because now we have this guy, Neil Gordon, waiting in front of the building. I told you I wasn't going to grant you an interview, so you can leave the bench free for whoever else needs it. You made that pretty clear last time, Mr. Goldberg. It's hard to forget you were quite blunt. But I'm not here for you. I'm trying to interview Christopher Ruskin. Couldn't you? No. There we go. Here's the boss. Alan! I've heard the news. What a shame, huh? Indeed. Does that mean your project fucked up? Yeah. I don't want it to sound callous at a time like this, but this is good news for Ruskin Productions. Our Alan isn't going anywhere anytime soon. I don't have much of a choice. Oh, come on. Don't be like that. Do you know what I was staring at through the window when you got here? The city at your feet, right? Makes you feel powerful. You're impossible. Come here. Look towards Sunset Strip. That billboard ad on the corner by Tower Records. What do you see? A brown and blue blot? Come on, Alan. What do you want me to see? The sun's reflecting off the window and I can't see a damn thing? It's the lunatic poster on Sunset Boulevard. Do you know what that means? We can afford it. We're making big money thanks to you. Do you know where I've been today? surprise me. In a meeting with Toynek, they're releasing an action figure line of horror monsters. And you know who's going to be the star? The lunatic. They're all along the same lines, Alan. Jason Voorhees, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger. And thanks to the movie's success, they want your creation to be the star figure. Isn't it wonderful? A lunatic toy? Wonderful. I know it's not the figurine you'd like to have in your hands, but we're on the way, Alan. We'll soon be able to afford higher budget movies as well as other genres. The day will come when you can write anything you want and I will gladly produce it. But the success of horror movies is what will allow us to take bigger risks. It's pretty straightforward, right? I'm sick of writing the same thing over and over, Christopher. That's all. I know, but you're so good at it. We've won awards thanks to you. And I'm not letting you go. And now, if you allow me, I'm going to keep admiring our future. Do you have a moment? Sure. Does Glenn Bishop ring any bells? Glenn Bishop? He's got a small production company, Flying Saucer Pictures. I recall some RKO producer from the 40s. Are we talking about the same person? No, I don't think so. Nothing else. We're gonna strike it rich, Alan. And let's just ask Pam if any messages are here. Are you busy? Always am. What do you need? Any other messages for me? No one called asking for you. I need to go clear my mind. It will do you good. Okay guys, so we're 40 minutes into this. We are very close to the end of the demo of this game. You can download and play the demo for free. It's most of what you have already seen here in this playthrough. Thank you kindly for joining me today. I hope that I tickled your fancy in relation to this game. It's actually really cool because it's a pixelated crime investigative game that takes place in this Hollywood world of the 80s, and it's so vintage and spiked with movie references. It's just so cool. So if you enjoy these types of things just like I do, then comment below and let me know. Have you played the game? Will you play it? Do you intend on purchasing the whole game or just playing the demo? I'd love to hear from you guys. But until next time, have fun gaming.